He says, hey, you want to race? Sometimes my answer is no. See that Corvette over there? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, but I burned all my rocket fuel on that guy. So, and people just sort of like lose track of who they are and where they are around me. I really don't understand it. Like, I was at a restaurant with my family the other night, and we're sitting around the table, and it comes time to order, and the waitress does her thing with everybody, and she comes around to me, and she doesn't ask me what I want. She points, and she says, and for him, asking anybody else at the table what order, right? And my dad gets this really like disgusted like look on his face, and about that time I open my mouth. I tell her what I want to order. I say thank you very much, and this woman looks at my dad and looks at the look on his face and says, I'm sorry, did I say something offensive? and my dad looks at her and says, no, you didn't. It's just the fact that we spent the last half hour trying to get him to shut up and you just got him started. Thank you so much for that. So,
oh, God, that's funny.
In the same restaurant, this is a true story, in the same restaurant, I have a woman come up to me, and she starts to talk to me, and we're kind of talking a little bit, and there's some chemistry, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think maybe I might be able to get this chick's number. And she reaches down, and she like touches my knee and says, can you feel this? Well, I have cerebral palsy. I'm not paralyzed. If you don't know the difference, Google it, right? But everybody says you're in a wheelchair, you must be paralyzed. So this woman reaches down, touches my leg. Can you feel this? Okay, most guys who aren't me would probably react differently than I did. Because what I did was I proceeded to run over her foot. No. I looked back at her and I said, I don't know, can you feel that? She did not give me her number. Thank you very much. So I have been in this chair my entire life, and I am very afraid right now because there's law enforcement officials in the room, and I want to be very clear to you folks that even though it may sound like it, I am not drunk. I have not had a single drop to drink. I've just sounded like this my entire life, and there's nothing I can do about it. And you may not believe me, and I would tell you that I would prove it to you, but I have spasticity in my body, and I cannot drive a straight line in this wheelchair to save my life. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You just gotta take my word for it. And I got really afraid a few years ago because people always ask me that if I wanted to drink, could I be arrested for being under the influence in a wheelchair, right? And I didn't know the answer. So I told the cop, I finally found a cop, right? And I asked him, I said, can you tell me what you do if a guy is in a wheelchair and he's had a little too much to drink, what happens? He says, I'm gonna tell you a story. He said, I picked up this guy and he'd been drinking way too much and he was a danger to people around him.
He ran
And
over their feet.
I said, oh yeah? What'd you do? Did you give a ticket? The guy was like, nope. He was like, I took his chair, I loaded him up, took him back to the station and threw his ass in the hole.
Oh my God.
And I was like, great, that's good to know. And then I very quietly and as fast as I possibly could wrapped the chair up and went the other way. Because I didn't want that guy thinking I was wasted. But I gotta be honest, I never really know what to do with people. Like, people see me and they react strangely. Most people are very, very afraid. Most people actually, I think, are afraid to talk to me. I think they really are.
Is it catching? Is it catching?
I really hope not. I really hope not, because if it is catching, boss, you've been around me 10 years and you've already got it. So, people, they really do fear me, and they really don't know what to do with me. And so I really have to be out there and outgoing. It's part of the reason that I speak. And I have decided that what I'm going to do from now on, like, there's always people watching me, right? There's always people trying to figure out what my deal is. I said they're afraid. And somebody asked me what I do to combat that. And I said, well, about 10 years ago, I decided if people were going to watch me, I'd give them something to look at. So that's when I decided to be the loudest, most obnoxious individual that you could find anywhere.
I'm sorry, but Randy beat you out last night.
Yeah.
And it has served me well ever since.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that I'm 40 years old, and it's really hard for me to get a girl's number. I really think they're afraid of me. In fact, I know they're afraid of me.
Yeah, 'cause
And
you're
I
running
will
their
not.
feet.
Well,
Well, running over their feet didn't help, Jamie.
okay, first of all, I only did that one time.
Sure you did. Oh, yeah.
I
One
only
girl.
did that one
Just
time.
once.
And I really don't understand, because if girls understood the benefits that they could have with me, I should have them lined up around the block, okay?
Yeah.
Like, stay with me, folks. Let's think about this for a second. First, I have access to absolute, unbelievable front row parking that you can actually park in legally when you're with me.
Yes, he carries the sign.
Secondly, if you are in a store, I'm the only guy that you will ever be with that is completely unafraid to hold your purse, because I'm already in a wheelchair. There ain't no man anywhere gonna talk trash about me holding the purse. Like, I'm gonna be totally fine. Thirdly, ladies, you will never ever have to stand in line, because if there is an occasion where there's a line and somebody doesn't realize that handicapped people get to skip lines, which most of the time I get to skip a line. But let's say, for argument's sake, that we end up in a line. Think about this, ladies. I have this thing called a lap, right? And I have this really comfortable chair, and I have absolutely no problem with you sitting in my lap anywhere. So you will never have to stand in line. And